Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thank you so much for joining me here. Hoping a fantastic day. Happy, what is it? Happy Friday to you from Dubai. If you didn't notice already, I've obviously been MIA for the last 4 days. When we flew into Dubai on Tuesday, we're supposed to land at 6 p.m. And unfortunately, we saw a crazy amount of weather with all the flooding. So go ahead and search for it. You'll see there was the largest amount of flooding or rain in a 75-year period. It's like the most we've ever seen. So good luck to us in that sense. Anyways, we had to lay over the whole 9 yards, and it was really a lot of work. So back on track now. Thank you for your patience. What we're looking at here is Solana, just double checking a couple of key factors. We want to look at some liquidation levels, which I'm going to pull up there. I do want to congratulate our Premium Plus group, though. We got, what, 3 trades here in the last hour? 6% there, 7.5% there, 6% here. Generally speaking, we're scalping Solana pretty well today. But again, scalps are a lot different story than a swing trade, so I recommend maybe a little more patience on a swing trading perspective until we break free from this range. We'll discuss that here in a minute, but range bound activity is good. But breaking that range and retesting it as a bullish backtest was what we're ultimately looking for, and we may not have that yet. Okay, so we're on the verge. I think we're looking decent. Bitcoin can hold 62K today and just kind of stop being a shenanigan monster. I think we're going to be fine. Okay, so let's take a quick look at high block capital, double check our liquidation. This is the last 1 month of liquidation. We can see there's literally nothing left to the downside. We almost have to scroll out to the 3 month time frame and see if there's any larger liquidation levels. There are. That's at $93 though. That's a long ways away. I really don't think we're going to see that unless something really bad happens with the war, the war efforts so far with Iran and Jerusalem. So not really the most ideal circumstances here, but this is not terrible either. We have a pretty significant gap there in liquidation. If we look at the last 7 days, we're probably going to start seeing some longs entering the market, which we do. We can see that right there at about 126. So 126, and that was ever since April 17th. So 2 days now, we've seen 126 hold. So that could very well be a new support level. Keep in mind, support levels are not established because of liquidation. Liquidation occurs at support levels. That's generally how that works. And if we look at the area here, we can see 128's a candlestick closure on the hourly. So that's our tentative support level for the moment. Take a quick look at the daily time frame and work our way down. And what we want to look at here is the simple moving averages. When we looked at this last, we were testing the 100-day SMA. We've tested it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days in a row. So that really just reiterating the fact that it's a support level, and it's hovering there at 133. So we can close above this lower fib level at about 0.236, $136, 137 or higher today. I think we might be in decent shape to see the price continue. If you look at the volume, the amount of volume is increasing at this range over the last 3 or 4 days. And that's important because if we have volume, we have sustainability, and the price action is more likely to increase. It just tells us there's more interest in buying at this level than before, which makes sense, obviously, because the price is a lot lower. People are starting to realize, hey, this is maybe a good value. If we take a look at stochastic RSI, it's swinging up. That's generally a good sign on the daily. Even though it's fairly low, it's still okay. RSI, money flow index, kind of hovering there at about 30. That's neither good nor bad, but it's still on the bearish side of things. So no matter how you look at it, we're still bearish on this coin, even if we break this short-term descending trend line. So let's take a look at that. As a matter of fact, in the 4-hour time frame, you can kind of see it a little clearer here. We're establishing lower highs and lower lows with these candle wicks. So until we can close above that descending trend line, I wouldn't feel super confident to take a trade just yet. But we can see the amount of volume in the last 24 to 48 hours, or actually, this is basically worth roughly about a week, almost 2 weeks worth of trading. We can see the largest amount of volume at 139, which we're right there at that level. So it's considered a point of control. We can see the price action is kind of hanging out at 139, leading us to believe that people feel 139 is a good value. Effectively, the average true range of this coin. We take a look here at 4-hour time frame. We can recognize that RSI is getting rejected at 50. That's pretty common for what just happened. Same thing with money flow index being high, though. If you see MFI above the RSI, that's generally a bullish sign. Even though stochastic's pulling down, it's kind of letting us know we have this momentous shift in momentum. It hasn't happened yet, so don't read into it. MACD is still converging. Generally, we see favorable signs here on the 4-hour time frame. Granted, we're underneath some really important moving averages, but we are back up over the 20-day SMA, and that's an important thing. A lot of times when you break above the 20-day SMA and you're establishing range-bound activity, it's more likely to continue to break upwards, as we've kind of broken that short-term resistance. But if you can see on the hourly, you can see it's a little bit more substantial here, a little more definitive. But we are staying above the cloud. Lagging spans, free and clear conversion lines above the baseline. While this isn't the cleanest, it's better than we've seen in a while. But what I'm going to draw out here really quick is some trend lines here so you can kind of see this range bound activity, while we did establish higher highs here, we're still in a range no matter how you look at it because we haven't officially broken free from it. So I'll highlight that in yellow. I'll send that in my through my Twitter, Telegram, and Discord for our playout chart. But if you look at what you see here, this is range bound activity. This is standard trading 101. You're just buying low and selling high and reversing that as well. So those who are using the reverse button lately, congrats on that. I don't generally recommend doing that on a swing trade, but day trading, intraday trading is a different story. But the long story short here with Solana is that we haven't officially broken free from this upper range, which is roughly 141, 142. So until we can establish ourselves above that, we shouldn't really consider a long position because we're basically buying the top. Okay, so the smart trader, I feel, would be one that's a little more patient today, waiting for Bitcoin to close at 62K or higher, or 61.6 is the estimated range that we need to stay within. So if we have that today, and Bitcoin can kind of be non-volatile this weekend, yeah, right, just kidding, that's a joke, by the way. We're going to see the price action here for Solana take off if Bitcoin can hold the line. So again, a lot of it is based on what's going on in the world right now. Got a lot of fundamental catalysts happening. So just be mindful if you're taking long positions with altcoins, you have to adjust your stop loss higher as you get into profit. You have to secure profits nowadays because it's a terrible market to trade in right now. There's no other way around it. And taking long positions is extremely risky. You could take shorts and be just fine in a lot of cases, but again, that's just because Bitcoin's on the bearish side of things. Solana still is too, so generally speaking, you shouldn't be taking long positions, but I would say a long position would be viable if we break this descending trend line, which will probably require a full 24-hour period to occur between now and then. And then, of course, breaking this this upper range for this range bound activity. Because if you've seen my trading videos, you'll know that there's three different ranges, right? There's bearish, sideways, and essentially ascending. So in order for us to start establishing an ascending trend to warrant a long position, we have to break free from this range to have a bullish backtest. So if we have the price break through, for example, it would look kind of like this, where it retest this resistance right now, 141, as a support, and that's when you consider getting in. Okay, that's how confirmation works in general. Right now, we don't have a ton of it, so just heads up, trading is not optimal at this point, and that's okay, because that's just the market that we're in. We take the volatile times as well as the weird times too, and that's definitely where we're at. So I hope you all have a happy Weird Friday, and I thank you so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment below if you haven't already. Deeply appreciate you watching, and again, hope you all have a good one. Thanks again for your time. See you soon.